I'm joined now by the host of Outkick's, Tomi Lahren is Fearless, the great Tomi Fearless Lahren. Welcome to you, Tomi. Two things I want to talk to you about. One is this bombshell news that the names of more than 170 associates of convicted sex offender, and obviously he's dead now, Jeffrey Epstein, could be made public in early January after a ruling from a US judge, including, we hear, Prince Andrew, but also another host of rich, famous, powerful people. This could be quite devastating, couldn't it?
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, Piers. I'd like to think that this is actually going to be released, but it feels like we've been promised this for so long, and then there's always the redactions. There's always some reason that this gets hidden. And I'll tell you this, the names on that list and the flight logs and everything involving this, there's a reason it's been hidden so long. It's because the elites that are on it, the elites that are connected to it, they are very nervous, but they also wield a lot of power. Piers, do you think if it was a bunch of conservative talk show hosts or Fox News personalities that were involved in this or potentially on a list, do you think it would be hidden for so long?
And I think what's been amazing,
so. If Donald Trump was on that list.
the number of people who've been held to account for being around Epstein when this stuff was going on is minuscule compared to the numbers that we know were flocking over to that island on his plane.
Right, and a lot of these folks claim they have no knowledge of all the nefarious things going on, the sex trafficking, the prostitution rings. They claim they have no knowledge, but I think we all know that that's probably not true. So we need to see the names. We need full transparency here. I don't know why elites and oftentimes liberal leftist elites go to such lengths to shield pedophiles and child predators, but it's really becoming a trend and quite the problem, if you ask me.
Well, talking of problems, let's segue to what I think is a grotesque problem, which is that Variety magazine has come out, it's a Hollywood Bible obviously, has revealed its 100 best television shows of all time today. And there is one British show in the entire 100, which is Fleabag at number 82. Almost all the others are American. No Monty Python, no Fawlty Towers, no Brideshead Revisited, no Downton Abbey, none, not even the original Office. It's got the American version, but not the great original one with Ricky Gervais. What is going on here? Even you can't surely pretend this is any way genuine.
Well, I looked at the list and I agree with some of it. I disagree with others. But Piers, you and I have talked about this before. We export culture over to you guys in the UK. We export all of that, and sometimes it's good and it's great content, and sometimes it's woke crap. So you have to take the good with the bad. But unfortunately, we still do reign supreme when it comes to content and entertainment. Love it or hate it. Well, I am happy to say, though, that a lot of these shows...
Well, let me just say, look, number 3 was The Sopranos.
A lot of these shows on the list are...
No, The Sopranos, look, I'll give you Sopranos was great.
Yep.
Mad Men number 2, great. And by the way, The West Wing for me is the greatest series of all time, and that's in there, and that's great. But number 1, I Love Lucy. Come on, that's the greatest TV show ever made? Really?
No, I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Piers, I think maybe your show, maybe up there on the list. Of course, our shows on the Fox News channel, I would put them on the list. So I think that maybe we need another list. I am happy to say, though, that a lot of these shows on the list, at least they're not woke. At least they're not about transgender refugees of color somewhere on an island. You know, that will probably be the list in the next 10 years. But as of now...
Talking of non-woke shows, the one I loved this year more than any other was Yellowstone, which is actually a beautiful antidote against the woke mindset and world. It's set in cowboy country. It's brilliant. You and I can probably agree that Yellowstone is brilliant, right?
Yellowstone is brilliant, and as somebody who comes from a ranching family in middle America, I got to tell you, there's a reason why that stuff does so well, and even liberal audiences love it. Unfortunately, all the liberals are also moving to Montana, which we don't necessarily love.
I'd like to move. I want to move to Montana. I want to buy a ranch in Montana. Tomi Lahren, we've run out of time. Great to see you. See you soon.